In the quaint town of Eldridge, nestled between whispering woods and rolling hills, a group of friends, Lily, Ethan, and Milo, stumbled upon a secret that would forever alter their reality. It all started on a rainy Saturday, when boredom drove them to explore the musty attic of Lily's grandmother's house. There, under a veil of cobwebs and dust, they found an ancient book with cryptic symbols on its cover. Its pages were yellowed with age, filled with strange incantations and eerie illustrations. The kids, driven by a mix of awe and naive bravery, decided to perform one of the rituals, a series of chants and gestures that seemed harmless enough. As they recited the words, a sudden gust of wind blew through the attic, extinguishing the candles they had lit. They laughed it off, assuming their ritual was nothing but child's play. Unbeknownst to them, the ritual had awakened something ancient, something that had been waiting for centuries to be unleashed. In the following days, the town of Eldridge seemed unchanged, but the children began to feel different. It started subtly a feeling of being watched, fleeting shadows darting in their peripheral vision. They shrugged it off as their imagination, a side effect of their attic adventure. But the shadows grew more persistent, more tangible. People in Eldridge began to experience it too. At first, it was just odd murmurs about seeing things in the corner of their eyes. But soon, the entire town was caught in a grip of paranoia and fear. The virus, as it came to be known, didn't cause physical sickness. Instead, it infected the mind, blurring the line between reality and hallucination. Victims saw shadowy figures lurking just out of sight, heard whispers with no discernible source, and felt an omnipresent sense of dread. The children, now realizing that their ritual was not as innocuous as they had believed, sought to undo what they had done. They returned to the attic, poring over the ancient book for a counter-ritual or a clue to stop the madness they had unleashed. But the book offered no solutions, only cryptic warnings of the power they had awakened. As the days passed, the situation in Eldridge grew dire. The shadows became more aggressive, clawing at the edges of sanity. People were driven to madness, unable to discern reality from the nightmarish visions that haunted them. One night, in a desperate attempt to find answers, the children ventured into the heart of the woods, where the book hinted the ritual's power was strongest. The forest was alive with whispers and shifting shadows, each step forward an act of defiance against the creeping terror that enveloped them. In a clearing bathed in moonlight, they found ancient stone ruins, the epicenter of the curse they had unleashed. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and the shadows swirled around them like dark, sentient beings. Realizing they were out of their depth, they decided to confront the source of the curse directly. Standing in a circle, they joined hands, focusing their wills on banishing the darkness they had called forth. As they chanted, the shadows converged on them, a maelstrom of darkness and malice. But amidst the chaos, a faint glimmer of light appeared in the center of the clearing. It grew brighter, pushing back against the encroaching shadows. With a final, collective push of their wills, the children unleashed a burst of energy. The light exploded outward, sweeping through the woods and over the town of Eldridge. The shadows recoiled, screeching in agony as they were banished back to the realm they had come from. Exhausted but triumphant, the children collapsed, the weight of their ordeal finally catching up to them. When they awoke, the sun was rising, casting its warm, reassuring light over the town. The curse was broken, the shadows gone. The town of Eldridge slowly recovered from the ordeal, the memories of the shadowy pandemic fading like a bad dream. The children, now hailed as unlikely heroes, knew they had narrowly averted a disaster. They returned the ancient book to its resting place, vowing never to meddle with forces beyond their understanding again. As life returned to normal, the three friends often found themselves glancing over their shoulders, a reminder of the thin veil that separates our world from the unknown. And in the quiet moments, they sometimes wondered if the shadows were truly gone, or merely lying in wait, biding their time for the next unwitting soul to call them forth once more.